get ready for this episode, man. Come hang out with me so that we can talk, okay? You know how we do. Let's go.
I'm on the ground in these Gambian streets, overcoming obstacles like a G. Like a G. I got my feet in the sand on the beach. On the beach, yo. While the wind blows through the trees and the palm leaves, I can't explain this peace. Gotta get away from the drama, embrace my mama. Africa, so get your hands up, cause we about to turn up and we about to blow up. And we're screaming, Gambia, yeah. Gambia, Gambia, what you say now? Gambia, Gambia, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to NKOSI TV. Glad you decided to hang out with me today. Man, it's very, very hot. I'm burning up, man. Just a quick reminder for those that enjoy what it is that I do. I want you to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you in advance, okay, for your love and your support. Definitely appreciate it. All right, let's get into what we're going to talk about today. I haven't done one of these kind of videos in a while. Go figure, because I've been, preoccupied with experiencing. It's crazy that this video is called Experience is the Best Teacher. And by the way, Experience is the Best Teacher, this is part 3, right? But I think that it's necessary for me to share my experiences because maybe it'll give somebody else an insight. Everybody's experience is going to be different, but it'll give people insight on my experience, and maybe they can glean from that in some kind of way. All right. I believe that in this life and in this day and this time, this earth realm is going through a shift. Some people are aware of it. Some people are not aware of it, but we are, really going through a transformation, and, as we go through this realm called time, there are some things that, some subtle changes that are being made, some major changes that are being made. And we have to get in a place where we're able to understand, what the deal is. And one of the things that I've recognized, it took me a little while to recognize, because sometimes, you're just busy doing life. And, what I've realized is most of us are pimped by the future, and tormented by the past. We think about, getting in a better place or accomplishing something that we've not accomplished, in the future, and there's nothing wrong with having goals. There's nothing wrong with wanting to accomplish something and having a plan to get it done, but there is something wrong, I believe, with living in the future, and dwelling in the past, because when you live in the future and you dwell in the past, there's so many precious moments in the now that you end up missing, and the danger in missing those moments is that, number one, you can't get them back. Number two, you don't realize how much you're evolving. You don't realize how much you're changing. There are good experiences, there are bad experiences, but both are playing a major part in your evolution. Both are playing a major part in your growth. But, if you're hanging out in the past all the time or hanging out in the future all the time, you're not able to recognize the lessons, the gems, the growth, that can happen when you exist in the now. You just take life and experience it in the moment. It's just amazing to me, all of the things that I've experienced in these almost 2 years that I've been here in the continent of Africa, in the country of Gambia. It's so amazing because I can look back and I can see my growth, and I can see the evolution of Erick into NKOSI. I'm evolving, man. I'm developing. I'm growing. And matter of fact, I'm gonna write a song called "I Just Want to Grow." You know what I mean? Because as you grow, you're able to deal with life on a different level. You're able to actually exist and have different experiences than you will normally have, staying in the same mindset, having the same perception, being exposed to the same thing. I feel so privileged to be able to be exposed to a whole nother country, because it causes me to broaden my perspective, and it gives me more of a worldview than a community view, or state view. It just allows me to look at things differently. And I just want to take this time to encourage everybody with everything that we've gone through in these last 2 years with COVID and all the restrictions, and the realization also that our life will never be the same, that, sometimes you have to embrace change. When you embrace change, I'm telling you, there's some things that you'll realize on the other side of change that, man, will make you happy that you made the decision to accept it and embrace it instead of resist it. It's extremely important to me to somehow relay and articulate today that change is happening, man. Change is happening, whether you want it to happen or whether you don't want it to happen, whether you're ready for it to happen or whether you're not ready for it to happen. What I would say is, don't live your life, trying to live up to people's expectations. You know what I mean? Because people will hold you to expectations that they don't even live up to themselves. You know what I mean? And so it's everybody has a life to live, and everybody has to live that life, and everybody has the ability to choose, how they're going to live that life. And so I would just say, one of the main things that I've experienced and that I've learned, I've been taught through experience, is you got to be ready for anything. Change is inevitable, and sometimes it comes upon us and catches us totally unprepared, but, once you get to the understanding that, change is going to come, then you can start being proactive, man, and preparing for it, catching those moments that you need to catch, catching those lessons that you need to catch, and really, really, really trying to, cause those lessons to make you level up, man, because life to me is about growing. It's about understanding. It's about overstanding. It's about coming to revelations, and experiencing paradigm shifts that will make you a better version of who you are, and, I don't know what your goal is, but that's my goal, is to be the best version of myself that I can be, and so, what am I saying in it all? I'm saying, we all have to come to a point where we realize that the most important thing is not the past, it's not the future, but it's right now, because we don't even know how long we have, in the now, in this body. Now I happen to believe that there's an existence outside of the expiring of this body. But the time that we have now is precious, man, and we can't allow that time to go by without taking it. So, I'm realizing, man, that we as humans, man, we got to learn how to live, and my definition of living is doing what you love to do, man, doing what makes you happy, you know, um, living with no regrets, man, living, um, according to the leading of your spirit and your heart, Um, and so, which is why I really, man, I got to a point to where, you know, um, I want to do what I love doing, man. And that's what I'm doing. For me, it really doesn't matter to me how many subscribers I have. It doesn't matter to me how many people like my stuff or comment on my stuff, man, because I'm living my life. I'm living. It's nice to be recognized for your talents and your abilities. Don't get me wrong. Everybody likes affirmation and acknowledgement, but it's a whole nother thing when you're doing it for that. Okay, I'm not in no rat race with nobody to have the most subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And when somebody unsubscribes from my channel, it doesn't hurt me like that, because I'm not, I just feel like whatever I'm doing, whoever it's meant to impact is going to impact those people, But my point in it all basically is you got to find what makes you happy, man. And you got to start doing that. And until you start doing that, you're not living, you're existing, you know? And so you gotta learn how to live, man. Learn how to live. You know what I'm saying? So, music for me is another way to document, what's going on in my life. YouTube is one way, but music is another way to document, and again, it's not just a document for people, it's a document for me. So when I hear that song again or look at that video again, I understand what I was experiencing right then, because actually what's happening is I'm capturing moments on film. You know what I'm saying? Moments in my life that I can't get back, but that I can at least go back and reference. You know what I'm saying? Because in those moments, there may be lessons that, I get later on by going back and reviewing again. And it's the same way with music, man. I mean, music, man, captures moments. Just think about, the time where you heard a song over and over and over again and you was going through something in your life, whether it was good or whether it was not so good. When you hear that song, it's 10 years down the line, it references that experience. I think that's important, man. And that's something that just so happens to excite me, to make me feel, more vibrant, and so this is why I'm doing this. I'm not doing it for nobody, but I'm doing it for myself. Now, I'm doing it in a way where I hope that people can, encounter it and be touched and better somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm doing it for myself because, this is helping me to live. This is helping me to be excited and to be happy, in my life when I live. So anyway, I want to just encourage you, man, to do something that you love doing. Don't live the rest of your life dreading doing what you're doing right now, because that's not a way to live. It may be more existing than living. Okay. So with that said, man, I want you to take a listen to this song. I know in the previous episode, I allowed you to see me working on this song, but now it's finished, it's mixed, it's mastered. So I want you to take a listen to it, man. It's called Rise Up. And hopefully, somehow, some way, this thing can touch you and inspire you, man, to step out, and live the life that you were designed to live. All right, here we go.
Nothing in this world will ever stop us from rising higher. walk will ever stop us from rising higher. Come up out of that trial, come up out of that test, come up out of depression, come up out of that mess. Ain't no time for wasting the life that you have left. Just learn from your mistakes to become the best version of yourself. And get on your grind, leave the past behind. Don't you dare accept all the rich, 'cause now is the time. Raise your vibration, let go of limitation, release your frustration and rise up. Ooh. You've been down too long. Rise up. Hey, it's time to get up and move on. Rise up. Hey, tell me what you're waiting on. Rise up. Because you feel weak doesn't mean that you're not strong. Rise up. Forget about what they're saying, all the games they're playing. Life is not over, you're just rebuilding. Later they will see what was meant to be. Overcome who overcame impossibility. You just keep on striving, let them keep on lying. There's no need in fighting, greatness is still rising. Before it's said and done, justice will come. But until then, you just concentrate and rise up. Ooh. You've been down too long. Rise up. Hey, it's time to get up and move on. Rise up. Hey, tell me what you're waiting on. Rise up. Because you feel weak doesn't mean that you're not strong. Rise up. Hey, you've been down too long. Rise up. It's time for you to get up and move on. Rise up. Tell me what you're waiting on. Rise up. Because you feel weak doesn't mean that you're not strong. Rise like the sun, the phoenix from the ashes. Glow like the moon, make the moves in silence. A chance like a maverick. The challenges before you, decide in your mind that nothing's gonna stop you. Rise like the sun, like the phoenix from the ashes. Glow like the moon, make the moves in silence. A chance like a maverick. The challenges before you, decide in your mind that nothing's gonna stop you. Rise up. Rise up. Yeah. Rise up. Let's move up higher and higher. Rise up. Nothing can stop us, can stop us. Rise up. Let's move up higher and higher. Rise up. Nothing can stop us, can stop us. Rise up. Nothing, nothing. Rise up. Can stop us. Nothing in this world will ever stop us from rising. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing in this world will ever stop us from rising higher.
Man, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you inspired. And I'll see you next time. This is NKOSI signing off.